How's it going, everyone? So as you can see here, we have the Survivor, the Tribe Has Spoken card game based on the popular reality TV competition hosted by Jeff Probst that we all know and love. It's been running for over a quarter of a century, currently uh, finishing up its 50th season on CBS. So in 2024, this strategy card game, tabletop game, whatever you want to call it, party game, whatever you want to call it, was released. Since then, there's been sort of like an expansion pack of sorts, like it's called Let's Go to Rocks, that can be played as its own standalone game with its whole separate slew of mechanics and card types and stuff like that. But there are also character cards that I think serve or could be complementary to this original game. But anyway, so the cool thing about this original one that was released in 2024 is, in addition to the reward challenges and the immunity idols and the extra votes, excuse me, and like the and all the different cards that can be played in this game, there is an additional one that is hidden somewhere in the box, and I didn't even notice this until just a little bit ago. The bottom of the box says, "Psst, we put a special surprise gift for you inside this box." And if I believe there might be in the rules an additional clue as to what this surprise could be. Sorry, technical difficulties. But again, so I'm perusing through the box and the rules, and again, so aside from that little message on the bottom of the box, I couldn't really find any other like super dead giveaways. Now, I should also just throw this out there that this is a game that me and my friends play regularly. In fact, you see the chair there. I'm going to have some friends over tomorrow night, and we're going to play this again. And it's going to be a lot more fun once this new surprise that we've unearthed and discovered is going to come into play. Also, we've been playing it wrong. We've been sort of inadvertently creating our own little formats because we didn't know that the sorry for you cards, which of course when a player goes to steal one of your cards, you can play sorry for you. To negate that, and then that player has to discard a card. That can be played not just at the start of the turn when you steal a card. It can also be played when someone plays a spy shack or let's form an alliance to gang up on a player. So the sorry for you card actually is even more powerful and frustrating than we even thought. But yeah, so suffice to say, my friends and I are coming over to play Survivor as they do just about every Wednesday night, and but now that we have all these new wrinkles that were at least unbeknownst to us, seems so obvious looking back. But yeah, but enough preamble. So there is a surprise here, and you can probably tell that the cards are so loved by how beat up they are. Again, we play this very regularly. Let me move all the action cards, all the character cards, the tribal council cards. So here, of course, is where all the cards go. We're gonna lift this up like that, and so you see, and look at that, there's an X, and there's like a little white piece of paper poking out from under that little X. So this actually comes out, if I could finagle it without damaging it. Oh, there we go. Let's see. Congratulations, you have found a secret card with tremendous power. Add it to the game to make it even more fun and much more dangerous. Good luck. And this is just like being out there actually in the jungle on Survivor and finding an immunity idol or an advantage or something like that. Like it literally mimics and mirrors like the sensation and like the experience of how you would find something like this to the letter. But let's look. There's another card. And that is the Idol Nullifier. Look at this. So the Idol Nullifier can only be played after an immunity idol, but before votes are tallied, it cancels that immunity idol. So if you have this in your hand, and you're about to tally the votes at Tribal Council, and someone plays an idol, you can play this to negate it. Now, and my friend and I were thinking about this, and we were like, so if hypothetically someone has two idols in their hand, plays one, a player plays this to negate it, are they allowed to then play the second idol to still protect themselves. That's probably up to interpretation. I'm very curious on that front, what you guys think about it. But yeah, the idol nullifier. Look at this. This has to be what a special, what a great surprise that we've been playing this game regularly almost every week for about a year, and we didn't even know about this. It was only through like watching YouTube videos about this card game that we found out that there was a secret surprise stashed somewhere in the box. But yeah, being able to negate an immunity idol, what a powerful fucking card. Of course, an homage to the idol nullifier that was introduced in Survivor David versus Goliath season 37. You may well recall. Sorry, I had to sneeze. So you may recall in Survivor David versus Goliath post merge when the Davids and the Goliaths were still like cordoned off. Like they had reached the individual immunity stage of the game, but the Davids were still a collective fold, as were the Goliaths. And the Davids, because they were in lockstep, they understood their strategy and what they had to do. They played it so perfectly, and it was so poetic, like literally David slaying Goliath. Nick played his advantage to steal Allison's vote. And then Dan, because then you see Dan and Kara conversing, whispering during the voting process, and Dan's contemplating if he should play his immunity idol to save Allison to ensure her safety. He ultimately plays it for himself. And Carl, one of the Davids, because the Davids knew that Dan had an idol, Carl played the idol nullifier on Dan, correctly predicted it, and canceled out Dan's idol, and Dan was voted out. One of the most, I think, iconic and brilliantly strategized vote outs in the history of Survivor. Just a little fun fact and trivia for anyone who might not be hip to the show. But yeah, so now and now you too can do the same thing with this idol nullifier card if you have this game. This is going to be so fucking fun. My friends and I are so excited to get together tomorrow night and add this to the mix of all the action cards that we already have. This is going to be so fun. But yeah, and sorry for the ramble. This actually went on a little bit longer than I had anticipated. But yeah, so if you don't know, now you know. There is an idol nullifier hidden in your Survivor, the Tribe Has Spoken card game. Yeah, let me know. Let me know what you think about this. Let me know what you think about this. So that's pretty much all there is to say. And thank you guys. We'll see you next time.